Okay, so inside my trailer right here is next winter's project. I picked this up last night. It's a model Harley that I've never owned, never worked on, never ridden. And not something that I would normally buy to do a restoration of, but price was right. It looked kind of like an interesting bike. So let's take a quick look, then we'll roll it in the garage and see what we need to do to it. So if you watched one of my short videos yesterday, you saw I gave you a little preview of the winter project that's coming up. So now we can take a long look at what this bike is supposed to be compared to what it is. The person that had this bike before really just hacked the shit out of it. That's all I can say. So let's take a look. For all of you that guessed a Dyna, it's not a Dyna. This is actually supposed to be a 1981 80 cubic inch FXS lowrider. So let's take a look. Yeah, you can kind of soak this in. There's nothing other than the motor and the frame. There's nothing lowrider about this. Where do I start? Well, let's start right here where they took a Heritage Softail fender and stuck it on the front. It looks like they took all the metal tank and fenders from a later model Softail and put it on here. Now, I don't know if this bike was laid down, but you can definitely see, if you look right here, you can see a crease, and if you stand back, you can see this bar is pushed in. So, but I'm not seeing any other damage other than this. There's no scrapes on anything or anything like that. I did start kicking it, and it was something. The electric starter does work, but it's not engaging with the ring gear very well. I took the plugs out of this, and they were jet black. So whoever ran this was running this extremely rich. This does have an S&S carburetor on it, although this is an older Super E type of carburetor. I just went down and got a new battery today for it because the battery was completely dead. Now, the person that I bought it from is not the person that did all this to the bike. This belonged to a friend of his who died in 2020. He's had the bike for, well, 5 years, and I guess he just decided to get rid of it. So I went down yesterday to look at it. A few other people looked at the bike and were pointing out things that were wrong. I pointed out things that were wrong too. But again, this is a project that's probably going to take more than one winter. And it probably is going to take a while because I'm going to have to try to source all the lowrider stuff. The tank is pretty much is okay as far as I'm concerned. It's going to have to be repainted, of course, in the correct colors for that year, which I believe is black with a red stripe or silver and gray. Or so. I'd have to look at the specs on that. I did try starting it, getting no feel of the carburetor, because this thing has been sitting, according to the plate that I took off, the last time it was registered was 2015, 2014 with the state inspection of 2015. They did some things that I kind of like about it. They got some brushed aluminum calipers up front. I don't know who makes that. I'll have to see who makes those calipers. But the front end is like terrible. I don't know where they got this Hydroglide from, but it's like, it's crazy. This should not have a big head like this. This should have a visor on it like this with the neutral and the high beam light at the top. So I'm going to try to get this back. It looks like they put a 41 millimeter front end on when this is actually supposed to be a 35 millimeter. These lower legs are correct, but it's too wide. This should be this fender up front should almost be like this fender here for an FX with that same kind of narrow tire. I think the rim is correct. The rim is supposed to be a mag rim on the front and the back for an 81 lowrider. Some of the stuff I do like what they did. They chromed out the rear caliper. They actually have a chrome swing arm. And they converted this to a heel toe shifter because lowriders should have a mid shift right here. They also put floorboards on it, which I kind of like. The oil cooler looks like it's seen better days, but again, we're taking this all apart. Got a chrome oil tank, which is kind of nice. Oh, I just saw that. There's a skull up here on the engine mount, top engine mount. So the engine doesn't look that bad. Now, the person that I bought it from said that this motor was rebuilt the year before the guy died, and he only put like 1,000 miles on it. He named the shop that rebuilt this, and I went down there today because I had to get a battery for the FLH, and I had to get a new battery for this. And the guy in the shop said, I don't remember this bike at all. He saw this bike on Facebook, and I guess there were several people that were interested in it. He wanted $4,000 for it. I got it for $3,400, which I think is a pretty decent deal for a shovel these days. It's going to need a lot of work, but all the shovels I'm seeing online are $5,000, $6,000. I figure probably, I mean, if you wanted to ride this bike the way it is, it's probably a good riding bike the way it is, but I want to bring this back to its low rider state. Let me see, it's got, you know, kick shift, which is kind of nice. Again, I don't know what was done to the motor, so we're going to have to take the motor apart, at least the top end anyway. We'll take that out. I'm going to scope the cylinders to see if I can see if there's oversized pistons in it or if they're standard pistons. What else went on with this bike? Got a cover here. I've never seen a cover for an oil pump, and I absolutely hate that. I hate these braided lines that are covered. There's actually rubber lines on here. This is just a covering. I hate those things. I would much rather just have plain rubber oil lines. Same thing with this Kuriakin. I think it's Kuriakin. It looks like their air cleaner, which is garbage. So I'll have to look at getting the S&S, or if I could fit the stock air cleaner on here, which is nice. These things here are kind of like a pain in the ass. You got to have some kind of, you know, they fit on really tight. And you're supposed to have some kind of tool. Now, what's surprising to me is, where's my light? Hold on a second. So the guy told me, he goes, you're probably going to need to flush the tank and do the carburetor, which I knew I'm going to have to do the carburetor, but I looked in the tank. I don't know if you can see in there, but it is pretty clean in there. There's a little bit of rust right up in the top, like right, I don't know if you can see it, like right where my light's pointing. But for the most part, this tank is like clean. I've looked in both sides, so I'm not seeing a whole lot of rust. I'm going to put my camera down in there. We'll take a better look, but I don't know that we need to clean the tank. I probably will. I mean, obviously this winter when the bike comes apart, I'm going to clean it. This odometer trip thing doesn't work to take that apart. Yeah, so I don't know. All this is coming apart. Now, I did hook the battery up to it. Like I said, it does try to start. The starter is a little grindy, like it's not engaging the ring gear correctly. No turn signals. There is a headlight, but there's no front and rear stoplights. Because the wiring on this thing, again, is another abortion that, you know, I really wish that people that don't know wiring would leave it alone or take it to somebody that knows wiring. They got rid of the regular turn signals and put these. These are just marker lights. They hooked them up as turn signals. Those are going to go. Going to bring this bike back as close as I can to what a lowrider is supposed to look like. You know, I'm going to leave some stuff. There's no point in getting rid of the chrome caliper, the chrome swing arm. That's going to stay. That's missing the top cover here. Not the correct seat. In fact, there's no even way to tie that seat in. That other side is missing that cover. Let me see. Let's look down here. But I'm going to pressure wash this pretty soon. I think the motor looks pretty good. So I have to check because this says 05 and this says 07, which I think is correct. I know the FLH has 05 and 06. So 07 might be correct. I don't know what that says on the top here. Hold on, let me look at that. I can't see what that says. I don't know what that's supposed to say. Does the other one say anything? The other one has a marking on there too. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I'll have to pull the tank off to take a look at that. But it's got chrome rockers, chrome rocker covers. Now on the FXs, the covers are supposed to be like a black wrinkle type of paint. So I don't know if I'll do that. Again, I don't know the whole thing that's going to go on with this bike yet. You can see they converted it to heel toe, and this is kind of a homemade type of thing there. Trying to think what else. Yeah, they put this, they've got these ugly ass tail light too. So this should, see how this says 1200? This should say 80 on the back. I think this lights up. Did this light up? I know the tail light lit up, but the brake lights didn't work, and these didn't work either. For turn signals, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see. I can't really see in there. Is this supposed to be a cow pie transmission, or is this a ratchet top? I can't really. I think this is a cow pie. Yeah, it looks like a cow pie transmission. If you look right there, you can kind of see the top of it. Is that what they call it, a cow pie? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, there's a bolt for something. What does that go to? Don't know what that's for. That's just laying there. You know, if you look at, let me take this off because this is just sitting here. This isn't even doing anything. Same, this is a Mustang seat. So if you look at the wiring, they just kind of like left stuff hanging here. You have this here, which I still really don't know what this is. This is supposed to be a ground. This is supposed to be a ground right here that we just kind of jammed into this. Yeah, this is going to take as much work on this bike as the FLH did, maybe more, because I'd have to get new tanks and fenders and everything. So got our work cut out for us this winter, but again, I'm not expecting this to be done by next summer. That's just the way it is. I mean, I'm going to try to source out as much stuff as I can to get the parts that I need. There's a dent in this fender, but that can be taken out. That's not a big deal. There was a lock up here I ended up having to cut off because it was the key that they gave me didn't fit. I'm not sure why there was a lock there. There's nothing in the up here to lock it to. So anyway, oil cooler, that's probably, I don't know how well that works, but I did put some oil in it, but it was something, this oil is like black. You can smell it too. It smells terrible, but it's like molasses. But it's been in there like 10 years is what I'm thinking. So I'm trying to get it from the bottom of the case up into the oil tank so we can add some fresh oil to it, and we'll go from there. It looks like it needs a new rear tire. It looks like, let me see. It looks like this tire is, yeah, the tire's bald. Front one's not too bad, but that one is definitely bald. All right, so we're gonna need a new tire. Again, I don't know how this electrical ties in right here. I did download the service manual and the parts manual this morning, so we got that to go on. I'm not seeing really any oil leaks around the motor, cylinder. I didn't really see anything there. I don't know how to get this points cover off. It doesn't look like there's, I don't know. I got to check the points before we can try to start it, but I don't know if these things are broken off in there. I don't know what the deal is with that. Anyway, that's about the gist of this. So I'd like to ride this at least a little bit before it goes up on the table and starts being taken apart. I'd like to hear what the motor sounds like, because I bet you it sounds pretty good with these drag pipes on it. But we're going to get it started this weekend and clean out the carburetor. It's going to rain all weekend, so can't take it out anyway, so I'll spend the time going over some electrical. Probably going to have to order all new wiring harnesses for it like I did the FLH. The hand controls, what do they have this thing? A tie wrap around it. So they got a tie wrap around this. I don't know why, but yeah, that's all gotta, all this whole front end is pretty much gotta go. There's a dent in that light. How do you get a dent in that light right there? I don't get that. So soak it in, because this is like a train wreck. Okay, that is going to wrap it up for this video. So you see, what we're going to be working with this winter. Hopefully, by the time I'm done, this will actually look like a Dyna, not a Dyna, but a Lowrider FX. We'll try to get the correct metal on it, because we'll have to get it out and get it painted. Maybe we can do something with these fenders here, maybe sell these off and get some other stuff. And this is what I don't understand. If you're going to the trouble to put this fender on, why are you leaving the Heritage Softail in it? It's you could take those off. There's just 2 screws inside to hold it on. Why would you leave that on there? I don't know. I don't get it. The person that sold it to me said the guy put a lot of money into it, which I have no doubt. He's trying to tell me he put $20,000 into it. I'm not seeing $20,000. I don't know where he's getting that figure from, unless they charge him $10,000 to overhaul the motor. I don't know. Well, actually, I just noticed that. So this bike did go down. Here is a big dent there from where it went down. That's probably why they replaced the metal. I'm hoping the frame's not bent, but we're going to take it. It's going to be taken right down to the frame, so we'll figure something out. I'll bring it down to a shop and see if they can check to see if the frame's bent, and we'll probably send the frame off to be powder coated, I think, this time. Like I'm saying, that's why I don't think this is going to be done by next summer. I think it's probably going to be the following summer. This is really going to be a long-term type project, so I might have to get another table in here, because this is going to be up on a table for well over a year. So all right, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.